Fanthorpe, and I'll be your host today. So today we have a returning guest. Newman from Stealth Digital is here with us today, and we're going to be talking about Facebook marketing one-on-one. So this is a hot topic. It always is. Whenever we bring out socials, everyone loves to get the insights and the goods. So we're looking forward to what he has to offer the Digital Boost community today. So we are on a number of different platforms, and I'm excited to have such accessibility with these Q&As and having so much engagement coming through on the various platforms. So please keep your questions coming in. I love jumping from platform to platform and getting your questions answered for you. So if you are on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn, use the comment section below the live feed. I do jump back and forth throughout this session and try to get all your questions answered. If you're here with us on Zoom, you can use the Q&A function or the chat function. The Q&A function allows you to be anonymous if that's your thing. Yeah. And but pop your questions in, because somebody out there might be a little bit too shy to ask a question and you're doing them a favor. So Newman, thanks so much for joining us today. I'm really looking forward to everything you have to offer. Welcome.
Thank you, Anna Marie, for having me today. I'm quite excited to be here today, everyone, especially with this lockdown happening. Everyone will be online to try and boost their business. You all now have time to do those things. So I'm quite excited to be here today. And yeah, should I
go ahead and get started? I know it's a minefield. It's like such a big topic. So I'm going to drop my camera off, but I'll be here. I'll make sure you're all online. We'll be good to go.
Awesome. I'm just going to share my screen and present.
Yep, looks good.
Awesome. Okay, just to get started, I'm really excited to be here today. So about myself, I've worked in IT for the last 14 years in the digital space, and just the last few years, family needed help with their websites and stuff. So I went and fixed the problems with my auntie's website, and she said to me, Newman, you're my nephew, can it be free? And I was like, okay, auntie, you can have that for free. And then I soon realized there's an opportunity there. I can help family and friends fix their websites. So I went into website development, and then the same people that I have helped with their website, they came back to me and said, Newman, now that you've fixed our website, you create a website for us, we want to get more customers for our website. So our business called Stealth Digital, we grew our business into Facebook marketing, SEO, email marketing, Google Ads. And the idea really around Facebook marketing is, how do we take your Facebook page or your website in front of the right audience at the right time with the right people there. And then the business expanded more into online training. So we provide online training around New Zealand through Digital Boost, through other avenues as well, called Rebel Business School, and also directly from Stealth Digital. So a little bit about Stealth Digital is we create websites from scratch. We also support our clients' websites. We fix other clients' websites. So if your website is not hosted with Stealth Digital, if you call us up and say, Newman, I need help with my website, we can do that as well. We have websites or clients in New Zealand, Australia, and America. We do domain management, SEO, digital marketing services, and today we will be looking at Facebook marketing. So there's 3 members of the team, myself and also my wife, who helps us with the website design business, and also we have a brand manager. So you can find out more about us at stealthdigital.co.nz. So today's agenda, I'm quite excited to share with everyone today. Today is Facebook Marketing 101. The agenda for today is we will look at what is Facebook marketing. Secondly, we will look at, is Facebook marketing still relevant today? You know, Facebook came out, what, 10, 15 years ago? Is it still relevant today? Also, we will look at Facebook versus a website. Then I will do a Facebook demo. Basically, I'll go through the whole process of creating an ad, or starting off with a marketing strategy, design the ad in Canva. We will create the ad and monitor the ad and optimize the ad. This is an introductory course. I will not be covering Facebook pixels, Facebook business suite analytics. Maybe it's something we can look at another time, maybe towards the end of the year. I'll message Anna Marie if we can do maybe Facebook marketing 102, where we get into the more advanced features of the marketing. So today, really my goal today is, if you haven't done Facebook marketing, if this is your very first time, you don't know the details, this session today is perfect. It's perfect for you. So what is Facebook marketing? So the Facebook platform, as of today, they have over 2 billion monthly active users. So you have access to at least 2 billion people to promote your product or services. It is the largest social network. Therefore, there is a potential for your business to reach new clients in New Zealand, in Australia, in America, depending on what service or products you provide. Not only the number of active users, but the time people spend on Facebook reading the news, you know, with the whole COVID lockdown now in New Zealand, people are on Facebook to watch videos with New Zealand Herald to keep them updated. The other good thing about Facebook marketing is you can have what's called social influence. So for example, Kylie Jenner, she has over 32 million followers on her page. So, you know, if you are an influencer, you can have millions and millions of followers on your page so that you can then promote other people's products or services, or even your products and services. Facebook marketing, it helps to build your brand awareness. Also, you can use to test the market. So I'm going to give an example. So a few months ago, I had this brilliant idea. I had this business idea, but instead of me committing, you know, money and time to this business idea, what you can do with Facebook marketing is you can test the market. So basically, you get some photos of your products or services, and you go and tell everyone about it. You post it on your Facebook groups, you post it on your Facebook page, and see if you get response from people about their product. So a few months ago, I just tried out the market. Basically, I got some chandelier, and I took some nice photos, created some nice description, and I posted on a few Facebook pages about this particular product. So it's an app operated chandelier. So you can operate the colors, you know, the light, the darkness with your phone, with an app. So it's a really cool idea. And within 1 hour, I kid you guys not, over 12 people message me. They're quite keen with this product. So I thought to myself, wow, because of the high response I had in that 1 hour, this could be a really great business idea. You know, so that's where Facebook comes in, where you can test the market. You know, what's out there? Will my idea fly, or will my idea just, you know, there's millions of other competitors out there. You can also link Facebook and Instagram. The other thing to bear in mind is Facebook actually owns Instagram. So when you make a Facebook ad, you can promote that same ad to Instagram. Just a note, and this is quite important as well, your business won't be alive in the game without Facebook or Instagram. The next thing I want to look at is Facebook versus a website. So the plus side of Facebook or a Facebook business page is free. I mentioned before is you can do market research before committing to a business idea. The downside or the negative of Facebook is you actually do not own the content. The photos you put on those Facebook page or on your Facebook business page, you don't own the content. Those photos, those videos you uploaded there, Facebook actually owns that content. So if you go to their terms and services, they will tell you Facebook owns that content. So today's post, so for example, you go to Facebook, you make a post today on your business page, will be at the bottom of your news feed in a couple of weeks. So that's one of the downside of Facebook. Now, the positive about having a website is you actually own the content. You have control of the video, the photos, the text, the title, the description on your website. You actually own it. You also have control of your website themes, the apps to use, the images and the video. The downside of a website obviously is it's expensive, but you can actually get a free option via a platform called Weebly. And it's also hard to maintain. But the thing is, why have Facebook or a website? Why not have both a website and a Facebook business page? So to get started, the very first thing really you need to do is to have a marketing strategy specific for Facebook. One of the first things you have to make sure is make sure your business page is attractive and up to date. I will demo that in just a quick minute. Make sure the website information is there. If you have a website, make sure the contact details is correct. Your email, your mobile number, the phone, and things like that. If you have products, make sure the products are in stock. So you don't want someone to come to your Facebook page, order for a product, and it's not in stock. You know, people will leave a bad review on your Facebook business page. So you got to do some tidy up on that Facebook business page before you do any of the advertising. So also list out the services you provide. So for Stealth Digital, you know, I listed in the description, Stealth Digital is a New Zealand website development, lead generation, SEO services, online advertising, Facebook marketing, and Google AdWords agency. If you were to summarize your business services or products in one clear sentence, what will it be? Make sure you add the opening hours, because a well-organized Facebook business page, it just makes it easier for your clients to find information there. Also on Facebook, there are different Facebook goals there. So when you're doing a market strategy, do you want to promote your website? Do you want to get likes to your Facebook page? Do you want to do a boosted post? So you make a post, and for today, we will be looking at a boosted post ad. We will do it from scratch, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Or your ad goal is, do you want to get more calls to your website, to your business? Do you want to get messages? Do you want people to message you directly? It's really depending on what you want. Maybe the first ad you wanna do is, let's say you want to get likes. So you can run that ad so that when other people come to your Facebook page, you say, oh, this page has over 2,000 followers or 2,000 likes on this page. It is a trusted page. So that's probably my first recommendation. If you were to run your very first Facebook ad, get likes on your page. So I mentioned that I'm going to do a quick demo. Let's go to the Stealth Digital Facebook page. You can see under settings, make sure everything is checked. Make sure people can message you. Make sure you set the age restrictions, the page moderations, turn off profanity. These are the things that you got to do first to make sure your website, your Facebook page is good before you make some ads. So let's go back to Stealth Digital page.
Hey, Newman, can you zoom in a little bit so we can see it a bit better?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks great. If that's still not big enough, just let us know. I'm watching the chat.
Yeah.
And I've also popped Weebly's website in the chat. So if you wanted to check that out, it's there.
Thank you, Anna Marie. So yeah, make sure under the About section of your Facebook business page, you enter in the details. The idea is you want to make it as easy as possible for your customers to contact you, to know about you, to trust you, and to like you as well. So what I've done here, these are the services we provide. You add the information in. These are the number of likes, which shows up automatically on Facebook. This is our website. If you guys remember, I mentioned before, you can promote your website from your Facebook page, and this is that button to do there. You can add in your mobile number, and again, it's the same idea as you need to enable people to contact you.
And what would you use that promote your website? Is that just to get traffic there, or?
Yeah, so to promote your website is when people click on the ad itself, it will take people directly to the website.
Okay. And is that free or do you pay for that?
You'll have to pay for all the ads.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you can add your email address in there as well. You can add the price range, the opening hours, and the different categories or services you provide. So it's always a good idea to make sure you edit your page information and enter this information in the name of your business, your username, the description, the categories, the contact information there. Yeah, you can have your number, email, website, your location, which is the address, the opening hours, is it always open, and so forth and so forth.
Question for you. A lot of our businesses are solely online, or they don't have like a storefront. What would you recommend to put in the location area?
Okay, so either two things, either your business address, so people can actually turn up to your business address, or the location where your products are, because your business address might be different to where your workshop is, where your products are. So depending where your products are, that's where the address you want to put into your website.
So if you didn't have like product, you were a virtual assistant, let's say, so you didn't have that, would you just put no location there because you're online?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just leave it blank. So for example, our business, I decided to put our address in there because we provide products and services as well.
Okay. We had another question here. It's like, how do you get people to like you or to follow you?
Okay, so I believe there's three main things. People have to know you first. So that's why we're doing this whole course through Digital Boost. So right now, people will start to know there is a business out there called Stealth Digital. People will need to know you first, and they need to like you as well. Are you providing value to them for free? Are you providing information that they can use? And also they need to trust you as well. Now, trust is maybe it's a different topic altogether. Once you achieve those three things, people like you, they know you, they trust you, people will buy your products, or they will contact you for your service.
And there's a lot of different ways, like with Facebook now, there's not as much organic reach, but you can create that kind of organic reach by writing blog posts and articles where they're on your website, and then you link it to your Facebook page. And when you do that, Google also will start to pick up that SEO, that language in there, and then your name will start to appear more and more places. So the more content you have out there on the web, kind of like the better for authentic content in order to kind of get recognized. And I would say, I don't know if you'd agree, Newman, but having like, on your website, making sure you've got that little Facebook tag. Does it have that so that people know that you have a website, that you have a Facebook page, if you send out emails, does it have a link to your Facebook? Does all of that kind of stuff, I think, really helps. And I know that I kind of suggested to a few friends who sell at the markets. Obviously, we're not doing that right now in lockdown, but if you get a QR code, you can get free QR codes, and you could make your QR code URL, like the link, be your Facebook page. And then when they come to the markets and they love your thing, then they can just scan that QR code that you have printed out on your stall, and they'll be driven right to your page. So things like that. Maybe it's in the stuff when someone purchases something from you and you send them a package, you've got that QR code on your thank you card, and they can scan it and find you there. Just a couple of tips I've picked up along the way. Here's a question, Newman. It says, what would you put as a location if your business has 3 sites?
Okay, so the primary location of your site. So you can only have one location on Facebook. So whatever the primary location is, that should be the location for your site.
Okay, thank you.
So what I can do is I can quickly go to what Anna Marie is saying, is that there's something around you need to link your Facebook page to your website, and the other way around as well. Now, this is very good when it comes to SEO. So on our website under contact us, what I've done is I have interlinked Stealth Digital Facebook page and also the Stealth Digital website. So if you scroll down here, you can see we have that the icon here. So if someone clicks on this icon, it will take them to the Stealth Digital Facebook page. So this is really good with the whole SEO stuff, where you link Facebook to your website and your website to Facebook.
And I know that you use WordPress, but even on platforms like Shopify and Squarespace, they're actually usually already set up, and you almost have to select to not have those links there. So it should be, when you set it up yourself, like you can totally do this yourself if you were building your own site on one of those website builders, just copying and pasting your URL on your Facebook page into that section of the website builder. It's a really important aspect, isn't it, Newman? Because this is your day-to-day touch point, isn't it?
Yes. Cool. Okay, I'll just present. So that on the next slide, with regards to the marketing strategy, you need to set a goal. Your goal is, do you want brand awareness? Do you want to have leads to your business? Do you want to increase your website traffic, or potential clients to message you? Next thing with your marketing strategy is you need to set a target audience. We will go through a demo straight after this, and I'm going to explain what that means. You also need to set a budget. So is it $300 a month, $100 a week? You can set that. You also need to set a location as well. So is the ad going to run around New Zealand? So for example, if you have a landscaping business, so obviously you are bound to your local area. So you should run your ad within your local area. You're not going to be, if you're based in Waikanae in Wellington, you shouldn't be running your ads to people in Auckland, because you are based to your local area. So you should set that location to that area there. Also, make sure when you get messages from people, to answer those questions within 24 hours. As you delay responding to those messages, Facebook won't like that, because the whole idea about Facebook really is they want to make other people's life easier. Okay, so the content of what I'm going to show is, make sure the content you write is quite catchy. So I just wrote this example down, and basically I'm going to get this, copy this, and post it and put it into the ad we're going to use. So the catchy phrases are for this example is thinking about launching a website, but worried that all the tech aspects will prevent you from actually making it happen. Stuck at home or need a side income during COVID. So this is relevant. That's the other thing with ads. Make sure it's relevant to what's happening, let's say, in New Zealand today. And want to finally take some serious actions and you get your dream business off the ground. So we're gonna run an ad via Stealth Digital to promote my website design business. And these are the catchy phrases you can use. Make sure you use those catchy phrases as well. So the other one is, I know a lot of people are very stressed or nervous about getting started. So the idea of the ad is we will take that stress away if you join us to do that for you. And some of the bullet points you can include is no tech knowledge required. So these are the catchy phrases. When people see, they associate a lot of emotion to it. It's like, okay, I don't need technical knowledge if I contact Stealth Digital to do all this. You can sell unlimited products. You can promote your best services. You have full ownership. You get paid the way you want. You make money while you sleep. You run your business from anywhere. Finally fire your boss. These are those catchphrases you should be including in all your marketing, in this case, in Facebook marketing. Sleep in, stay up late. Who doesn't want to stay up late? No. Be in control of your finances. No more getting stuck in traffic. So that's more relevant if you want to run an ad for Auckland. That's probably one of the catchphrases you should include in your ad. Now, we're going to go ahead and create a demo. We're going to design an ad for Stealth Digital for our web design services we provide. We're going to use a tool called Canva. And then we're going to create the ad in Facebook. We're going to launch it. And then it's over to Facebook for review, because sometimes the Facebook review will take 1 hour or 5 hours. So we don't have control of that. Yeah. And if you were to write your Facebook ad in one clear sentence, or your Facebook goal in one clear sentence, it is this. Here's an example. I want to promote Stealth Digital website design business to accountants or bookkeeper in Hamilton, New Zealand, with $300 budget for 10 days, both male and female, age 21 plus. So that's my, if I was to summarize my goal in one clear sentence for this particular ad, this will be it.
That's really good advice. It's a good idea to not just, they say in marketing, they call it spray and pray, which just sounds like a terrible saying, but which means that basically you just throw it out there. There's no real intention behind it. And I love what you've said there, is like having a really clear intention. Who is it? What is this ad attempting to do? Who is it for? Really identifying the customer. Now, we had a couple of questions before we move forward, because I know you're going to get into this and we're going to be into that. And I just want to, they're quick, so I think we'll be good. So it just, with the linking Facebook to your website to Facebook, can you do that on Weebly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So that's that question done. Cool. And then Warren had a question here. It said, you mentioned people must like the page. I have a website and Facebook page, but how do I get the customers to like the page? Do I need to send an email to the customer? How is it done? Any tip on that?
Yeah, so there's a couple ways on that. You can run a Facebook ad specifically for people to like the page. Secondly is when you, let's say, go to your Facebook page and write, let me take a step back. Let's say you go to your website, you write a really nice blog, like what Anna Marie is saying, a really nice blog about an event. And then what you can do is you get the link to that blog from your website and post it on your Facebook page, and then share that and tell your family and friends, can you guys share all this information? What they do is, what you're doing is you are letting everyone know that you are the expert in that blog you've just spoken about. And people will start to say, well, Newman knows about website, or someone knows about fishing, I must go to their Facebook page and because I wanna know what are the updates they're gonna send. They might send the top 10 tips on how to fish with a rod, things like that. So it's really writing valuable content and tell everyone about it. And also the second thing is you can pay for likes. Actually, yes.
And would you say as well, like you could offer like little add-ons, like if you like the page, depending on what you offer, maybe you're a product-based business, you could say, if you like the page, we can give you this discount or we can give you this product. I mean, those kind of competitions seem to be very popular on Instagram, particularly, and Facebook, where people say, tag your friends and you have to subscribe to the page, and then you go into a draw to win this prize. So that could be another way to kind of get into that.
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm gonna let there's two more questions, but I think let's get into what you're doing, because I think they might get answered as we go.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So we will run an ad now via Stealth Digital. So there's a platform called Canva. Canva is where, so we've talked about the marketing strategy in one clear sentence. Now we're gonna design, the second part is we're gonna design an ad or an image. You can write text, but having a nice photo is quite attractive. So what I'll do is I'm just gonna, you can go to Canva, sign in for free. You can download templates. There's hundreds and millions of templates there. You can use banners, Instagram posts, and so forth and so forth. So what I'll do is I'm gonna just grab one of the old design I've used just for the purpose of this. I've uploaded my logo there, and I can, the good thing is you can edit things around. You can say, let's go back to my slides, because I'm gonna get those catchy phrases. So the one that's relevant for the lockdown, which is stuck at home or need a side income. So I wanna target that. So I go, I'm gonna edit that, make it a little bit nicer. So you're gonna spend a bit of time, moving things around, designing the way you want. Stuck at home, so I want that to be quite catchy. I don't like the color red on orange. I can change that to make it black, or make it white actually. I can remove this. So this is my catchy phrase: stuck at home or need a side income during COVID. I can do that, COVID-19. And I can say, and want to finally take some serious action and get the dream business off the ground. Business website off the ground. I can change this image here. Let's say you can go to your uploads. I'm gonna randomly pick an image. I don't want to add myself to that one. That girl is reading, but what I can do is, I think just for now, I'm gonna add myself in there. Okay, can delete that image. I can put myself in there, something like that. Okay. Or actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll grab a computer image from, there's a website called Unsplash computer. That so that looks like a nice image. I'm just gonna download that or go to print screen. Okay, now I'm gonna upload that image to here. Done, upload media from your device. and I'm going to use that image there. Okay, with it's right there. Okay. So that looks like a nicer photo to use on or for this ad. So you got your brand there. It's probably a good idea to have your brand at the top left hand corner, because in English you write across and down. So the first thing people will see is our brand. Then a short description of what I mentioned before. What I can do is I can remove all this, remove that, and then I can get the bullet points.
Oh, need a side income. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, delete that, delete that. You can do something like that. So, if I have time, I'll go more into detail. I'll basically take about an hour, take my time to actually, get it nice. Good thing with Canva is you can play around, you can increase the font size. And
I would say, like, one of the things that I installed in my computer, even though I do consider myself quite good at producing copy, it is one of the things that I do. But if you struggle with copywriting, or perhaps your grammar is not there, or it just as a second eye, installing Grammarly into your computer is a really good thing, because when you start typing like this, you're looking at the actual image, but perhaps your grammar is not there, so just making sure that you are dotting those I's, especially if you're bilingual, which is amazing, because that means, you're better than I am. So, because I don't speak 2 languages fluently, or 3, and so many of us here in New Zealand speak so many languages, and just making sure our grammar is on point when we start to put ads out. So Grammarly is a good tip for everyone there.
Cool. Awesome. So once let's say you've created you design your ad in Canva or whatever platform you use, let's download it as a JPEG. Okay, waiting for that to download. And that is our image right there on our desktop. Now let's go now to create the ad from Stealth Digital. There's many ways you can do. You can promote. You can click the promote or promote here. So what I'll do is I'll do a different way, because I know we have a few new people that haven't done this before. I want to do a post ad. So basically you write a post and then you do the ad as well. So I'll create a post. So because I know a lot of people also have created posts on their Facebook page, I'm going to upload that image I had. Okay, so now that is showing there, and then you can make a few statements. You can say, also keep an idea, it's for relevance as well. Okay, you can say with the COVID lockdown. And the idea is, because if you remember, the goal I had is for, I'm gonna do the ad for bookkeepers in Hamilton. So I'm gonna target it with the wording in here. So with the COVID lockdown just 1 hour. So with the COVID lockdown in New Zealand, with the potential of extension, now is the time to launch, to create or launch your business website. And you can say, are you an accountant or a bookkeeper in the Hamilton region, in the Hamilton area? We have a special for you, something like that. words like 10% discount or 20% discount, they're quite attractive. So we have a special for you during this time, time, okay, something like that. So what I normally do is I don't click boost the post straight away. I make the post first, and then we can make the boosted post. Okay, so now on the Facebook page here, I have just published a post under Stealth Digital. As you guys can see, it looks quite nice, but if I had time, I can create a video, I can make this image more attractive. Probably the other point I want to make is whatever color theme is your logo, you should use that as well with the background of your thing, just to keep it consistent. Okay, now let's go back to our demo. So this is our goal. We want to promote Stealth Digital website design business to accountants or bookkeeper in Hamilton, New Zealand, with a $300 budget for 10 days, both male and female, aged 21 plus. So now you've made the post. The people that have liked this page will see this post, depending on Facebook's algorithm. Now, once you made the post, there is a boost post down here. Okay, click on that. Remember what I mentioned before, the goal, what is your goal? Do you want people to send messages to you, to inquire more about this ad, or do you want people to call you, or do you want people to go to your website? So I think for the purpose of this, I'm going to say I want people to go to my website, stealthdigital.co.nz. Okay, so you can, these are the goals. So it's what I mentioned before, is you can say, I want people to go directly from my website. So when they click on that ad, it will take them directly to stealthdigital.co.nz. Or do you want people to send you a message? So, so if I go get more website visitors, I want to show everyone. As you can see, there's a book now button here. So on the right hand, whatever changes or goals you change here, the ad preview change as well. So this book now, when people click on this book now button in the ad, it will take them to stealthdigital.co.nz. Okay, so that's what I was mentioning before with Anna Marie, is people can go directly to your website when they click that ad. So that's one of the goal. The other one is get more messages. So if you want people to say they might have questions, you can pick this goal here, get more messages, and go save. And on the ad preview, there will be a button that says send a message. So it kind of depends on what you want. If you are a really busy person, you probably want them to call you, which is another of the goal. You can say get more calls. So
this is great, Newman. I'm so glad you're doing this, because we haven't done this yet on actually gone through how to create an ad. I think that answered some other questions. There was a question. I'm just going to, while you do that, just let everyone know I've put the link to Unsplash in the chat, and that's where you can get some free images if you're looking for free images. We had another question. I don't know if you would mind answering that now, just because I know we will continue to get questions throughout, and we can get bogged down at the end, I think, sometimes. So it says, hi, Newman, does Facebook have legal obligation to protect your registered trademark?
I don't know, to be honest. What I do know is anything you put on your Facebook business page, Facebook actually owns it.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to trademark, maybe it's a good idea to contact the trademark agency in New Zealand to protect it instead of protecting it via Facebook. So
yeah,
yeah,
cool. Allison's asked, can you only choose one goal, or
yes.
can you? Okay, you can only choose one. Cool, great.
One goal per ad, so you can have multiple ads. But for this particular, my goal is to drive people to my website.
Yeah. And now here's another good question as well, and I'm interested to hear the answer. They said, just wondering why you aren't using Facebook Business Manager. I believe it's Facebook Business Suite now, actually.
Yeah.
Facebook Business Suite to set up this ad. But I think that's because we weren't going into that today. Yeah, and if you missed the beginning, Newman was saying that we weren't going to go into Business Suite today. This was just like a really basic, and then using Business Suite is a whole kettle of fish in itself, I guess.
Yes.
And we could go into using all the features of that there. So that's probably why Claire thinks.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
one more question, Newman. So it says, any advice, and I think this is important, that's why I really wanted to address it. Any advice are fake pages or scammers? We ran a giveaway to celebrate our purchase of our business and gain likes and followers. And then a fake page popped up. They contacted people who had participated. Facebook was very slow to react to complaints from us and customers about the fake page. It's yeah, so that's kind of put them off on running some giveaways and stuff like that. Have you ever experienced that?
Yes, so there is no stopping anyone around the world creating a stealth digital Facebook page, for example. So one thing you can do is to warn your customers, really, is to look in the website URL here. So my one is facebook.com/stealthdigitalnz. So anyone that creates a page called Stealth Digital NZ, they will not be able to do that. So it's really knowing that URL, and when another fake URL comes on, you can say, you can make a post on your Facebook page and tell anyone about, say, that is a fake one. Because like yesterday, I saw a post around people promoting Coca-Cola products. I think it's Coca-Cola fans, I believe. It's a fake page as well. So we
Yeah,
can't.
it's such a huge network, isn't it? It's really hard to prevent these things. And I think also, just to put it out there, we all need to be a little bit more savvy on making sure that we're, on a real page, like buying things online as well. If you're not familiar, we're doing that a lot now. Like if you click through, like check it has a Google My Business page, check the authenticity, especially if it's a .com page, get that registered with Google My Business, and then people feel like they can trust you, because in order to have a Google My Business page, you have to have been vetted, that you have to fulfill this whole thing, and they have to it has to be authentic to have that feature. So that's a great way to kind of prove to your customers of who you are. But yeah, it's a sticky situation, and Facebook's so big, it does take them a while to kind of investigate those things. But I wouldn't say don't run competitions. Like I would say, you'd miss out if you weren't, just, would you say that, Newman? Like still get yourself out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there's a balancing act as well. One thing you can do is you can tell your customers about it and go on the new fake page and have a look. How long ago was this page created? Was it in the last week? Was it in the last few days? Which means it's probably kind of fake if it has the same name as yours and it's created a few days ago, where for example, Stealth Digital was created 2 years ago, which means it's the posts are weekly. That's why it's probably important to make posts weekly, monthly as well, so that when people go to your Facebook page, compare with the competitor, they go, compare it to the fake page, they go, which one is the truth? And if they see consistent posts for weeks and weeks over the past few years, they say this is probably the true page.
That's great advice. Yeah, being consistent with your content is a really great way to authenticate who you are, isn't it? Because they're not going to go ahead and copy everything that you're doing. Like it's too much a waste of their time, really. They'll just move on to the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great question, though.
Okay. So I've gone through the goals now. So if you want to get more leads, you can click that one and have a look on the right side. You can see the ad preview changes depending on, or the button changes depending on what you want them to do. So I want people to go to my website when they click on that link. So I'll say, get more website visitors, and go save. So now you can see what happened there. Hang on, we found, please add. I can add a URL, www.stealthdigital.co.nz. So when people click on the learn more, they will be taken to my website. But I think for me, that button, I want it to be called sign up. So that label will be called sign up. So when they click on the sign up, they will go to my website. So that's the first thing, knowing your goal. That's why it's a good idea to have your goal written out in one clear sentence. So now you know exactly what to do. So next one is when you come to special ad category, if you ads is about credit, employment, housing, or social issues, election or politics, you need to click this here. Because otherwise Facebook will find out about it and would not approve your ad if it's about employment or housing and stuff like that. Okay, now the next one we want to set up is our audience. Now, if you go back to our audience back here, it's accountants or bookkeeper in Hamilton, New Zealand. That is my audience. So you can create a new audience there. So what you're really doing is you want to narrow down your ad to a specific niche, to a specific group, to a specific location, to a specific demographics as well. So I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to call this, what was it? Hamilton. The audience is Hamilton. Make sure it's clear. So it's Hamilton accountants, and bookkeepers age 21 plus, something like that, so that you can reuse this later on. We come to the gender. I want everyone, so both male and female. There are times when you want to run ads specifically for women. So for example, if it's Father's Day, then you want to target women, because women will buy products for their fathers or for their husbands and their partners. The age, so I want it to be 21 plus. So you can change the age here. So from 21 upwards. Now the location, I want it to be in Hamilton. So I go Hamilton, Waikato. As you can see, Facebook is quite smart enough to put a circle around the area where you want it to be. And then you can actually increase the radius as well. So actually, what I want to do is around the Hamilton region, I want it to make it a little bit bigger. So I want it maybe just south of Pokeno, maybe close to Huntly and stuff like that. I wanted to exclude Tokoroa. So you can have a play around with the radius. You can drag this around if you want to, just to narrow down just to the Hamilton area. If you want to include Cambridge, you can increase that. So let's say I want to do, just for the purpose of this, I'm going to leave it there. Now, the next thing down here is your detailed targeting. So we wanted accountants and bookkeepers. So this is where you add in that niche there. So I want accountant. So it's an interest. So people that in their profile has an interest of accountant, this ad will show to them. So accountant again, or accounting, accountant, accounting management is a demographic, that's fine. Accountant, management, accounting, is it that one there? Accountant, staff accountant, yeah. So as you guys can see in the interest, so anyone that has an interest in accountant in their profile, this ad will show to them. Anyone that is defined as in their demographics as accounting management, this ad will show up to them. So accountant, staff accountant, that's fine. Accountant, chartered accountant, There's another one. Certified public accountant. Uniform certified public accountant examination. No, not that one. There's something called International Federations of Accountants in New Zealand. I don't know what that is, but it's coming up. Transactional accounts, bank accounts, no. Accounting supervisor, yes. Accountant, yep, I got. Okay, and then I can say accounting, accounting management, accounting. So, and then now I'm going to go bookkeeper, because they're kind of the same thing in a way. So there you go. So what I've done is I've narrowed all my ad for website design services specifically for accountants. So basically I'm saying anyone in the Hamilton region that wants a website that are accountants, we can do that special for you. So we're almost done. So this is the last thing. We have potential reach of 23,000 people. And this is what you want with this arrow here. If it's in this part here, it's too broad. If it's on the left side, it's too specific. So in the green, that's what you want. You want to save your audience. Now, the last thing is the ad, the duration itself. So we said that we're going to run the ad for $300 for 10 days. Okay. So let's go back to the ad. So you can change the pricing here to, let's say, $500. You know, the more money you pay Google, the more people will be reached. So I want this to be $300. You can change the number of days here. So let's say it's for 10 days. Okay. So basically $30 a day for this ad. You look down here, you can see Facebook, Instagram, Messenger. You can uncheck these, but I would just leave it. You know, the more exposure you have, the you know, the more chances you're gonna get through. Now, Facebook Pixel, we're not gonna look at that today. That's more technical. Basically, it's how Facebook tracks your ad with your website, and also the payment method. So you need to enter those in as well. So before you click boost the post now, just have a look at the, you know, on the right hand side, because this is what people will see. They will see your description. Make sure, you know, like what Anna Marie is saying, you know, there's no spelling mistakes and all those things. So with the COVID lockdown in New Zealand, with the potential of extension, now's the time to create or launch your business website. Are you an accountant or bookkeeper in the Hamilton region? Yes, they will say yes, because this ad will only show to accountants and bookkeepers in Hamilton. If you are a plumber in Hamilton, this ad will not show to you. And you can say, we have a special for you during this time. And then all you have to do, once everything is filled, to say boost your post now. Now what actually happened is your post will be, so your ad is submitted to Facebook, and Facebook will set a status of in review. Once it is approved, your ad will be running and Facebook will be taking money off your
Yeah, there we go, just spending money on a Friday. We love it. Look, we've got a few more questions here, and I just thought it'd be really good to get them covered before we finish up. So there was a question here: always wondered how you run a competition and keep it on top of the new likes and shares and tags. Is there an app? Do you know of any app? I don't actually off the top of my head, but you can see when you look at the insights, depending on the platform. So if you go into your posts and you have a look and you click on insights, so on the side of the page, there'll be a tab there. You can have a look at insights and it will tell you the engagement. Yeah, cool, thanks. On these things. And so you can have a look at, you know, how many people have shared it and all of that. Are you able to see who's shared? You generally can see who shared it, I think, as well.
Um, they
if
will
they're
give you
public.
the general information. So they'll say, out of the total number of people, 50% of the men shared this post or something.
Yeah.
They won't tell you who it is. They just tell you the demographics that have shared your post.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of time that's why people say that you need to leave a comment below and tag a friend, because that is something you can look at once they've put, links in there, and that creates further reach because they've tagged people. So then that appears on those people's feeds as like, you've been tagged in this post. Do you want to comment? And that's how we expand that reach. So that's a great question. But yeah, there's insights, and Instagram has insights as well that you can check out. Okay, so Lisa said, would you ever use the automatic feature? Now, I was kind of in the background typing, so I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but
yeah, so there is an automatic feature as well in creating the ads. It's probably something we can cover another time as well.
okay.
So because the purpose of this is really for people to, they haven't done ads before. Yes,
Okay.
you can use the automatic feature, but that's gonna take up another half an hour just to describe what that is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a comment here. Wonderful. How do I check ROI once the ad has been set up? And how do we know the truth in this? Facebook says estimated reach, but basically, how accurate are Facebook estimated daily results?
Yeah.
It seems like a wonderful way for us to spend more, but where do we see the actual results on investment?
Absolutely, that's a really good question. So Facebook pixels is the way of tracking those return on your investment. And the reason for that is you can have, let's say, 500 people that have liked this post or gone to your website, but they don't convert. So maybe they just click on the ad, landed on my website, they didn't do anything as well. What Facebook Pixel does is you take a code that's given to you and you put it on your actual website.
Yeah.
So that when people land on their website, you want to track when they send an inquiry form to you. So basically, you hold your customer's hand from clicking on the ad, land on your website, go through your website, send an inquiry to you, which is a lead. So that is the return on investment to track. And Pixel, or if you have time, go to YouTube and type in Facebook Pixel, how to add that to my website so you can keep track of your customers or your return on investment. Because $300 a month, you want to make sure that you will get more than what you spend for that month.
Yeah, great point. I love that. And I know we didn't go into that, but honestly, look how much we've covered in this. To then go on to that, it would be, maybe that's a future session, Newman.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
102.
just a couple more. I'm going to take these last three. I've kind of been answering. Yeah, hope you add a 102 in the future. Okay, we do have some other sessions booked with Newman, and maybe we switch it to a 102, one of those sessions. We could totally do that because it's been really popular. So, if the ad is specifically targeted, why would you include words to identify the target audience? I.e., are you an accountant or bookkeeper in Hamilton? What if a plumber? Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to answer that, and you'll probably answer it as well, is because questions are hooks.
Yeah.
Because when we see a question, we want to know, oh, why do they care if I'm a plumber? Or it's not actually to identify. It's not for that purpose. It's because you've now created interest, and now they might read further or look further. So I think that's what you're looking for. And that's the best way to get people to engage in your posts. Ask them a question that they're going to want to know the answer to, or that's going to pique their interest. Okay. Can you cancel or edit your ad once it's been posted? Good question.
So you can edit your ad directly from your ad center. You can view the ad directly from here as well. So if you go edit ad, you should be able to change the budget. So basically, if you want to reduce the budget, increase the budget, you can change the audience. You can change pretty much everything. You can change your goal.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like you can create a new ad. You can change the end date. So basically, you can change pretty much anything directly there.
So one last question from Warren, and this is going to be easy answer, and then we'll finish up for today. So that was an interesting comment here. It says Facebook bans me for asking questions. Interesting. I don't know anything about that, but maybe
Yeah, so Facebook can ban you if you ask or if you run an ad that is against their terms and conditions. So, for
Mhm.
example, if you run an ad around drugs or smoking and all those things, so those products that are banned, then Facebook can actually ban you, not because of the question, but because of the products or services you want to promote. So, when
Okay.
writing out those sentences, just make sure you keep in mind that Facebook will review those ads and say, no, this is not part of our terms and conditions.
Yeah.
We will
Can I
not
guess
allow-"
like the topic that this person's talking about is healing? So there
Yeah,
would probably be some parameters around that. I would recommend looking up the terms and conditions around products and services and what you can say and can't say. It's a really great question. And the last question was about Canva for creating the ad. This is all good stuff. So there's two platforms. I'm going to throw it out there. Canva is a great platform, so easy to use. And if you wanted to use a New Zealand based platform, which has just come out. It's called, I'm going to pop it in here, it's auto-correcting me, designspace.com. It's just the same as Canva, but it's owned by a Kiwi guy in Christchurch. He's worked with graphic designers. There will be Kiwi graphics on there, I believe. Like if that's kind of something you needed, you might be able to find some on there. He's a really cool guy and he's done some sessions with us. So you can go back and look at the one that's how to use Design Space. It's a really easy platform to use. You're very welcome, Neil. We're just getting lots of thank yous to you, Newman. Your sessions are awesome. So Canva actually, so it says what size the ad must be for Facebook. When you go into Canva, you can actually choose, right? Just Facebook ad. It'll like,
yeah. You can choose Facebook ad, Instagram ad, YouTube videos and stuff like that. So it's a quite a cool platform to design your ads.
mm. And we did a session on Canva. So if you want to, sorry, I'm just plugging all these sessions, Newman, but we did a really cool, 3 cool sessions on Canva. One was on using Canva, just like the basics. The second one was on branding and how to brand your Canva kind of things. And the last one was, I think, creating a poster or an ad on Canva, because you can actually plug in your brand colors into Canva and then use them over and over, like your logo and all of that. It's all features on there. So do check out those sessions. You can even contact support@digitalboost.co.nz and they'll pull those sessions for you. And then we're just getting another great presentation, but the 102 in more depth would be more helpful. Yes, Neil. Okay, it's in the works. We'll see what we can do. Newman's such a star. That's going to be us for today. I think I answered questions from Facebook. I was in there. We had a couple of questions, but I think I've kind of gotten through them. So thanks so much to everybody who's participated on the various platforms. Yeah, just thank yous coming through. And yeah, this is great. Newman, thanks so much. It's a huge topic. You've done a fabulous job, honestly. And have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it with your family. We're all just getting some extra family time right now, for better or worse.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Okay, see you guys. Have a great day. And thank you for all the positive comments that are coming through.